Hi everyone. Good morning, good evening, good night. Can you hear me? Are you listening? See? No? So today we connect with the third eye in the physical aspect. So I would like to remind you that we are still in the process of Virgo, even if in the tropical astrology we are already in the process of Libra. I remind you that we are not doing astrology with this. What we are following is the concepts of the constellations. So this is why we are still for another 9 days in the concept of Virgo. So in the process of Virgo, the 9 days that we have left, we will have to keep doing our analyzing process, all the analysis every day. If I'm not watching straight to your eyes and I'm watching like around, it's because I'm trying to read the chat if I get some questions or something to clarify, or because I'm just trying to watch that everything is working here in the screen, and also because the camera is up there, and when I just look at the camera I get bored and I don't know what to say. This is why I'm looking anywhere. So today, third eye. So today I wrote about context, and this is the issue related to the third eye today. So in order to understand what context means, we have to go to the etymology of the word. So remember that it comes from the Latin, and context from the word cum, which is cum, that means all together, different parts together, the conjunction. And text, the other part of the word, means texitus, comes from the word texitus, that is related with, that it means, texitus in Latin means tissue, okay? A tissue, something that is connected or waved, that's the meaning. So in this idea means that context is everything that sets together, or all the things that get together to be connected, or in a tissue, okay? A tissue, it says, yeah, to be all connected. So we today think that the word context is talking about something that is around something that is happening, but the origin of the word is not about the things that happens around. It's about how everything is entangled, how everything is connected in a textile production, where everything is weaved and connected from within and outside. So acknowledging this, we have to understand that context is not something that just happens around the subject that is happening, but is also all those things that prepare, that also take part on the shaping of the inside of what you are, okay? So by spirituality, when we start to do all this path of spirituality, we usually make a kind of mistake, because it's not precisely wrong, but we kind of do a mistake thinking that the context, that everything that is around, that everything that is outside, is just a projection from the inside. Okay, so what you have inside is the thing that creates everything in the outside. So whatever happens around me is just a projection from me. So kind of that's what happened. Sorry, I'm trying to. Okay. So that's kind of the thinking that we have, that we usually make. Okay. Sorry. Wait a moment. Sorry. Trying to understand how to do something. Okay. So what I was trying to say is that when we start to make this path of spirituality, and we start to understand that everything has been created by the I am, and I am that concept. So when I go inside to myself, I connect with the concept of I am the creator. So suddenly I would say, if I am the creator, it's because I am creating everything. So everything that happens to me in my life is created by me, by my inner self. But it's not precisely like that. And this is what I'm going to explain. So take this idea that when I connect with the I am, and I say I am the creator, I'm not speaking about me. It's not Matthias, the creator. It's the I am the creator. And Matthias is just I, not I am, it's I. So if it's I, okay, me, okay, it's just a concept, it's another projection, okay, it's another projection of the reality. So it's just one of the others that were created. So this means that the I am is the creator, but I am a projection of the I am. Okay, so just keep following this concept. I will keep going with other issues. So basically, if I am a projection from the I am just I, one of the many I that I am has created, one of the many projections. This means that myself is also one of the streams, one of the parts that creates the tissue of the whole creation. So this means that we are part of the context. So when I say context, I am speaking about all the tissues, all the connections that were projected from the I am. So this means that everyone that exists, you, me, everyone that we exist, we are all context. The I am is the center of this great context. So this means that I am also a consequence. So what this means, that myself, I am part of the tissue. So whoever is moving around will move myself too. Because this is like a spider web where we are all connected and sticked there. We are part of the streams of this network. So this means that when someone is completely connected with the concept of the I am in each one of the cells is being able to transform the context of the reality. But when someone is not connected with the I am, is just connected with the personality, so the context will transform and condition myself. So we would say that when I know how an object works, I will be able to handle the object. But if I have no idea how this object works, this object will condition my reality. So imagine this picture. Imagine that the I am is like a spider that had waved a whole net around, and every one of the I of the selves, we are like the flies sticked in that net. So basically, this means that that all of us, the flies, we are sticked in this net, and when one of the flies starts to move, like trying to escape, all the rest will feel the same vibration because it's all connected in the net. So basically what I mean is that when we are only related with the I, just I am conditioned by the context of the movement of the net. If the spider web starts to move, so I am stick there, so I will move also. So this means that that the whole net will start to vibrate and condition the rest. So this network is called the context. And the spider would be the I am. The only moment when you are not trapped in the network and you are able to control the context and to create your own reality is when the fly remembers that it also is the spider. So it's in that moment when the flies remember that it is also the spider when she starts to wave its own network and create its own reality. So I hope that with this example of the insects and the arachnids world, we could understand what it means to be conditioned by the context. So basically, we could picture this image that when we are in the spiritual world, we are the spider, and suddenly when we start to go to life and to be born, what we do is to become a fly. So we start to be sticked in the net, in the spider web. So this means that when we go into the net, into the spider web, and we are born in the spider web, all the other flies that lives already in this net starts to vibrate, and the net makes me vibrate in the same symphony. So everything that is around starts to condition my reality. The context will shape my own reality. So this moment of going into the matrix, into this reality, starts to condition ourselves, our own vibration. The context starts to modify our reality. This is why it's so important to understand the context in which we are born. So it starts to condition what we are because it starts to vibrate. The context starts to vibrate, so condition my vibration because the network is all connected. So basically, we have first a process of awakening. And when you awake for the first time, you see the network around, the matrix, and the first thing you said is like, oh my God, I am a fly. So I have to escape from the network. I have to escape from the matrix. I have to escape from this context that is crazy. I will die here. So the spider web is a trap being a fly. So you have to escape the matrix. But the thing is that when you vibrate faster and harder in order to escape the matrix, the spider web, so we all know that the spider will find you easily. And there's the other thinking that you say, no, I am the creator of this reality. So I cannot be conditioned by the context. The context cannot condition me. I am the one able to create my own context. Everything comes from me. But you still are a fly. You are still being a fly. So usually when we start with this spiritual path, what we usually do is to say around that, no, I am the creator of my network. I am the creator of this. But I defend the creation of this network from the perspective of a fly. So what I am just doing with that is making a mistake, thinking that the fly is the one creating the network. And I don't know if you know that, but flies don't know how to make a spider web. So the mistake that we usually do is to create that the I is the one able to create a network, when the I is just projection towards the network, conditioned by the network, because the I is the network. So basically what happens is that in order to transcend, to go into another level of awareness, what the flies must do is to recognize themselves as flies and to realize that when they are all connected and when they all put together the network and they say, hey, we are flies, but they all recognize the network that they have created, suddenly they will become the spider. To understand that I am the spider, that we all are the spider, is to realize that all the matrix, the spider web that we had created, that we felt that we were trapped on, we created. It was the spider who created that. So for the spider, the spider web, the net, is not a trap. The spider is a home. My signal is working fine, so maybe you have the problem. So basically, until we as flies don't recognize ourselves as flies, we cannot enter in resonance, vibrate in harmony. So when we all start to vibrate in harmony, we become the network. So we become the spider. So we have to acknowledge that it's not simple as saying everything that is within me is the one that creates the outside. And I am the creator of all that. It's not that simple. And the reason why it's not as simple as that is because what I consider my inner aspect, the creator one that shaped the outside, is also part of this context that was projected. So this is why what we have to recognize, to acknowledge, is how can we find the perfect vibration in order to be in the same harmony so we could create in harmony with the rest. Sometimes we hear really great sentences that makes us understand the great things, but then in the practice we just has as a result tiny things. So this means that there is only one creator, and that creator, the I am, is divided in thousands of parts that is each one of us. So in order to create, we need to be in harmony with all the other parts. So so the thing is, if I don't realize that I am part of that network of the I am, I cannot be in balance with the context. And only by being balanced with the context that I am part of, I am going to be able to create my own reality, because I'm part of the real I am with many. And that's what we call co-creation. So co-creation is not something from one only self, from one being. Co-creation is not Matthias creating its reality. To co-create myself, I need of all of you. Co-creation means I need many to create. But the only way in which I am able to co-create is if I am in balance and harmony in the same vibration as all of you. So that's why when we start to say we want to create a network, we want to create a new world, we have to acknowledge and recognize from where are we activating that. Because it's not as easy as the sentence says, if you think it, you create it. So in order to create something in the outside, it's not just to say, if I think it, I do it, or I create it. No, I think it, and then I have to project it, design it, then I have to say it, express it, then I have to share it from the heart, then I have to become it in the plexus, then I have to balance my two creational forces, then I have to be able to be here and now, very present in myself. Then in Denise, I have to see I'm free from all the past aspects of my life, and then in the feet, I have to recognize if I am focused in where I am heading to. All the chakras. So it's not just think it and do it. It's a long job. And all of these chakras are conditioned by the tissues, strings of this net. So the first vibration that modified the streams that creates vibration with the context, connected to the context, was the first time when I realized about what was context. So basically, the task for today is to recognize the first memories that shaped your life forever. And that process has to be done between the moment you were born until you're 7 years old. Inside that period of time, you have to remember which were the first contexts in which you were lived. Where were you? How was to live that context? What are the things that you lived? The first things that you remember in your life as a child. And don't tell me I can't remember, because that's not like that. It's just your brain right now trying to not remember. But everyone can remember the first context of life. The mind usually tries to defend itself from memories that she doesn't consider useful. So I invite you to maybe take a walk, to think about it, to meditate about it, to just think about or to ask to other people from your family, or just to try to remember what have you done, what were your first memories from your life. Sometimes it can also be just smells that awaken memories. And also, we are not talking here about go to the past just to heal your history, nothing. We're not healing anything here. So we are not trying to heal anything, because what we are just trying to do here is to acknowledge the first memories that I have of my context, being aware of what was around me, because those perceptions are the ones that molded the way in which I relate with the context today. Okay, so if you didn't got anything, just listen to this again. Because we have to go to the alignment. So the task is to write it down, not think about it. Write it down. We are in Virgo, don't be lazy. We have to write it down. That's the vibration of the day. So, the statement for today is, I am a green of thoughts. So the quote of today, the information that we have around, is also related with the issue that we discussed yesterday, which is the soul pattern V. In every end of a cycle, the highest transformation is found, death. V represents the inevitable pattern of the end, closure of a cycle, leaving everything behind and stepping into a completely new reality. Is going from a solid state into a liquid one, then into a gaseous one, to go back into liquid and subsequently into solid. Death from life's point of view, is a final, but from eternity's point of view, is a liberation. For we are free of forms to become our dreams. So this is also related with what we have discussed now, which is to recognize that we are all different selves, different eyes around, and the forms. And then when we die, we go back to the concept of the one, so the spider, that is the one that is weaving dreams. So let's go to that. Sit properly, sit comfortable. Stretch the body. Yawn. A brief massage. And I leave the weight, fall down, focusing just in my breathing. I use my imagination to bring the oxygen through my nose towards the lungs, heart, blood, organs, and muscles. Take a deep breath and become aware of all the cells that shape your body. Travel through your body with imagination to see the billions of spheres that, one aside the other, create every part of who you are. Take a deep breath and go within your body to find the most beautiful cell you can find. Just picture a beautiful sphere in front of you, becoming bigger and bigger until you can touch it and caress it in front of you. This is a mother cell. Take a deep breath and feel yourself go inside this cell, like swimming inside the cytoplasm, touching the chromosomes. As I touch the chromosomes, I start to feel how I separated, watching the strips of DNA curling around my fingers and hands. And I acknowledge that inside of it I find the codes that made me be who I am. Take a deep breath. I feel the strips of DNA all around my body, as I recognize that I am inside a mother cell within the body of my mother. I am in an ovary heading to the uterus. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and contemplate over you. And above, you picture the I Am coming in a spiral of light in the shape of an spermatozoid. I feel the spermatozoid of the I Am touching the limits of the egg where I find myself. As I feel the I Am entering in a spiral through my crown, I feel how the magnetical field of the cell changes, shining with light. I feel here the light all around the cell as I become aware that this is the meaning of the unifying process of the I and I feel the spiral of the I Am going through the crown, the third eye, throat, heart, plexus, and from there it lives and releases all the material, the genetical material, to the sacrum, root, knees and ankles. I inspire and breathe the information of the I Am as I recognize that is this moment in its expansion where I feel the beginning of my life. As the cell makes meiosis, I see the division of the cell in two. From my perspective, the I, and in front of me, the I am. Take a deep breath, and with the sound, start to expand vibration and the consciousness of the I am through all the process of my creation. I feel the strength of the I am start to divide the cells. Take a deep breath and recognize these two cells expanding the consciousness of the I am as it's divides from 2 to 4, 8, 16, and goes on, expanding in the creation of your body. I keep pronouncing the sound. As you pronounce the sound, feel how these cells create the heart, the brain, the lungs, stomach, intestines, liver, everything within you, expanding your organs, muscles, your whole body. I become aware that the dreams of the Creator are becoming real. The thoughts are now flesh. As I become aware of my hands, my head, arms, legs and feet, I start to go out, seeking for light. As you take a deep breath, feel your body starts to come out of the body of your mother. From the crown, feeling the light, and now, softly, your eyes and ears and nose. The rest of the body stays there, inside the mother, as your third eye starts to contemplate the context of the new world where you are heading to. I become aware, and I recognize I am the greed of thoughts. I am the greed of thoughts. I am the greed of thoughts. Take a deep breath and take your hands to your heart. I become aware, like this, that all the thoughts of the I am are now becoming my context, for I am that grid of thoughts. Take a deep breath. I start to massage the body, to bring this consciousness all through the body, stretching, yawning, realizing about this light from the ears, the nose, up, feeling the expansion of this new world you're heading to. And I come back, opening my eyes here and now. As always, drink a lot of water and rest. So, recognize that as you realize that the context of this reality is creating yourself to be what you are. So, by that recognition, I connect with the I am to become myself, the creator of that new reality. So this is why it's so important to recognize the first context that had created me, so then I am able to create a new one. Good night and see you tomorrow for the throat chakra. Bye.